right.
Well,
So you've been married all this time. You've never dated anybody else. Is that what you're saying?
I know what you're doing.
No,
You're
I'm
reliving
not.
your marriage, okay? When you and your husband were stepping out on each other, and he's making kids by everybody with a skirt. I'm not that chick, so don't put me in that category.
So Karen was valid in talking about some rumor about my husband's ding-a-ling? Like, what?
Everybody saw that, Ashley. I do. Let me say
But that wasn't true, Karen.
I'm not convinced that wasn't Michael's ding-a-ling swinging across Instagram.
Girl,
I'm just saying.
Michael looks.
I do have some things, some gaps in my life that maybe I have been trying to fill, and Michael does. He is very supportive. He's authoritative. He's everything that I would want anybody to be. So perhaps there is some connection.
Ladies think there is any colorism to blame for why people on social media are constantly calling Candace and Wendy, for that matter, aggressive.
Why are you looking at me, Wendy?
No, I'm looking at all of y'all to hear what your answer is.
Your mom is around the same age as Karen and Charisse.
She'll be 50 this year.
Do you see them as mother figures?
Andy, let's not push it too far.
That's not true.
That's not the word on your little street.
That's the word on my street.
Okay. If you say
And
so.
my road and the highway.
I'm just saying.
Michael looks like naked. Do you know what Michael looks like
Well,
naked?
let me tell you what I do know.
What
The
Michael
reason
looks like naked.
Okay, this picture y'all just flashed up, that's not what I saw. I'm scarred for life, okay? That is not what was up initially.
And I know what my husband's penis looks like.
I don't want to know what your husband's penis looks like, but now I do.
Some people have no idea how to even just be a decent human being on social media. And
Some
then
people meaning Candace.
I'm talking about Candace.
Yes,
and
you're not decent
so then it
in
makes
person.
it very hard to even have a relationship with her.
I think it's very interesting that Ashley continuously uses buzzwords. She says aggressive.
Ferocious.
She calls ferocious.
A conversation that you initiated in an aggressive manner.
Giselle, your comment about Ashley's hair was extremely offensive.
As I look at Ashley, I've been accosted by a big bush.
For someone who dyes her hair blonde and wears green contacts, you shouldn't hate on the natural beauty of black women.
Sherman's a very shy, soft-spoken guy. I think that's why we mesh.
All right, Sherman. Well, good luck. Here's hoping, man. Like, put a ring on it. Uh-oh. See you later. Oh, there, and he runs out.
I know what I saw.
Do you know what Michael's dick looks like?
I don't want to know. I mean, this is what we've been pinching answers for 3 years.
That body, that's not Michael's body.
She saw a different picture.
So
Everyone in this group has had a moment where they've spoken in a crass fashion.
But I think, to Ashley's point, to the point where it doesn't get nasty.
Ashley
Below
calls
the
many
belt.
names.
Other
You
things.
crossed the line when you spoke
your
on my
husband
business.
Ashley, I just want you to know, after you use those terms with me, how many people inbox me, DM me, I don't know if you've ever gotten it, calling me all types of names. You bitter black bitch.
I was born with these green eyes, and I'm going to die with these green eyes.
okay, those
So,
are not contacts.
These are not contacts.
Donna.
Donna, so get your facts straight.
I know Sherman's ex-wife, who I'm still good friends with.
Is that weird that she's good friends with Sherman's ex-wife?
Not at all, and I know her as well.
Okay. Are you friendly with her?
We're fine. I mean, I say hi.
Say hi
Yeah.
and keep moving.
Yes.
Okay.
And all we wanted to do was really be there for you.
I don't believe you, Giselle,
That is
with
the
the
truth.
printed t-shirt.
That's the
and I've
truth
heard
and the
that.
whole truth.
There's
There's a
it's
couple
the
things about the
contradictory.
T-shirt. In my
I heard
mind,
that Robin
I'm
tried to
thinking
stop
that,
you. You was
and
evil.
Robin said, don't do it.
Her husband tweeted at you about your miscarriage?
He said some stuff on Twitter, something about like Candace was validated in what she said to Ashley, and
That was it. That was basically
There
it.
were about 4 or 5 other tweets.
Do not try to make yourself a victim.
Understand that it's a nod and a wink to certain people to say, this is what we're calling these women.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I
Okay.
did not know that aggressive and ferocious were. I wasn't
Just
talking
for
to
black
women. It has nothing to do with the black race, and that's about who you esteem.
Giselle, you tout so much about being a black woman and being a black woman and everything, but then you're going to come and attack my hair. You process your hair, over process your hair, and you're going to come for me like that? That's just so rude.
in the back. My hair is not
That's
processed.
fine. I think that Robin should be happy and not be in a relationship just because she thinks you should have a 2-parent household. Because really, when he's around, you do become a little bit more of a backseat person.
How do you know? You've been around us one time.
I disagree.
I don't understand what's going on. I don't believe what's going on. She's not saying anything. She's being defensive because
is that not partly your fault? You've been up Robin's ass for 3 years. If you had been my friend, like you've been in the past, you would have checked on me.
Speak to me.
I would rather not speak to you.
I'm telling you.
Turn your head that way.
Tell your husband not to speak to me.
We weren't speaking to you,
You're on a whole different level.
We weren't, and so were you.
You have been saying so much about my miscarriage and my face. So quite.
If you're esteeming a population and you are putting them on a pedestal and allowing them to determine who you are as a black woman, that's not on us.
If you're doing something that's trying to incite a fight, Wendy, that was aggressive to me.
All I remember that night was her coming to me with this big afro bush. That doesn't mean I don't like it. That's all I remember was your hair.
Why does that have to be the defining characteristic of me?
It's huge, Ashley. It's huge.
You were walking around the entire party gossiping about him. How do you know that?
That was not gossiping. If anything,
really?
I was telling you what I heard and what happened.
Okay, you told me.
Yeah.
You told Giselle.
Yeah.
And then you told me.
You were not the easiest person to talk.
I had nothing to do with Kendall actually coming on the show.
That's a lie.
How's it a lie, Monique?
Because you sat right there with me and said it's time for Kendall to have a cameo at Giselle's birthday party.
Okay. From the words of Robin.
Liar. Whatever. That miscarriage is on her. What I said, about what you said on face, which was you were going to stop drinking, and you pivoted and tried to make it into something else.
I didn't have
you
to
don't want to face the that's in your life.